Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Reflect and Revive this beautiful Thursday morning. I pray and hope you're doing well. Just want to take some time this morning to just encourage you and to remind you that we are created for community. All right, if you look at the very, very earliest of Scripture in Genesis 1, when God's creating everything, creating heavens and the earth and everything within the earth, and God creates man, God makes a statement that it's not right for man to be alone. And of course, you can look at that with husband and wife and relationship with you and all that, but also just being alone in general, and not having anybody there for you. In fact, in Proverbs 27:17, it says this: as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. It reminded me of this story of this guy. His name is Dan, and Dan just had a lot of things going on in his life. His marriage was, him and his wife were already in a little bit of a strain, and just maybe things were going a little bit tough there. And they had some issues with some financial issues and some debt that they had, and it was a difficult time. And their son was feeling really sick, and so they ended up going and running these tests, and all the tests came back. It was a negative report, and and so he just felt incredibly overwhelmed. In fact, he felt scared. He felt alone. He said, I felt overwhelmed. And I think we've all been there before. In our life where different situations are happening, or we just feel like there's so much being thrown our way, and so we felt scared. We felt alone. We felt overwhelmed. But he said he took some advice from a friend of his who basically just told him, he said, Dan, find somebody that you can talk to. Find somebody that you can, that can help you through the situation, because you're not supposed to be dealing with this stuff alone. We got your back. So he talked to a friend, and it wasn't even the advice that his friend gave him that changed his perspective, but his perspective changed just by putting into words what he was feeling, maybe just having somebody listen. But I don't know if you've ever been there before, where you got a lot going on, but as soon as you put it into words or you talk through some of it, it starts to click and make more sense of my perspective changes a little bit. In our society and kind of where we're at now, I think a lot of times we have this mindset, or we're told we have to be strong no matter what. You got to be strong. You got to get through it, because your situation is not going to change. So you just have to endure it. And so we begin to believe that lie. And what we don't understand is that we aren't intended to do this thing called life all alone. In fact, in Galatians 6:2, it says, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. So in bearing one another's burdens and taking on the burdens of other people and being able to help them in that time, because, when someone's going through a rough time, you find out who your people are really quick. A lot of times I've been told in my life, I'm going to be there no matter what. And then that no matter what comes, and there's not as many people there that told me that they were going to be there no matter what. And so during those times, you really have to find out who your people are, and you really have to find out that, when you're going through a storm, or when it feels like you're just walking through the mud, or can't seem to get things going right, we have to carry it alone. And so in Scripture it says, bear one another's burdens, because I promise you there will come a time where, you're going to be the one that's feeling all that, and you're going to want somebody there to help you. So God will be with us, and God, of course, is more than enough. But of course, we need other people too, maybe for love or support, maybe for some counsel, some advice, just trying to, help them. Hey, no matter what's going on, it's going to be okay. And there's a key of knowing when to speak out. So my question is what are you facing? Okay, think about maybe a friend that you can reach out to or talk to, because we like to believe a lot of the lies. Yeah, because that's what he does. He lies to us and makes us try to think something that's not true. But he tells you that nobody cares. But I promise you, there is somebody in your life who cares. All right. And so in Proverbs 17:17, it says this. It says, "A dear friend will love you no matter what, and if a family sticks together through all kinds of trouble." Okay. So just some encouragement for you this morning is that you have people on your side. Whether they be, your actual blood family or whether they be friends or your church family, you have somebody. And if not, start trying to build some of those relationships. And just remember that we were created to be in community with others by a God who also lives in community with us. Sometimes I know it's hard to humble yourself and ask for help because our pride wants to take over and say, no, it's okay, I got this, I'm strong enough, I can do this, because we don't like to admit weakness, but we're reminded in Scripture that God is our strength in our moment of weakness. So, don't be afraid to humble yourself a little bit and say, I need help. I can't do this by myself. Okay, so I hope this short devotion here has been encouraging for you. Just know that we love you. We're praying for you guys. And if there's anything you need, feel free to reach out. Like, comment, or share on this video. But we look forward to seeing and worshiping you with you real soon. Okay. Love you. Have a good day.